Supergirl. First, Superman came along to perform his amazing super feats as the Man of Steel. Then there followed the super tales of Superboy when Superman was a youth. Now a third series of exciting adventures is launched starring Supergirl, who is Superman's cousin from the planet Krypton. But unlike Superman or Superboy, the Girl of Steel remains unknown to the world at large as yet, and at the midvale orphanage, orphanage. One day, no one suspects how Supergirl fulfills her own private mission in the secret of the super-orphan. Presto, behold, behind the screen, that steel bar will now be bent by a super powerful spirit. If they only knew Supergirl is the magic spirit, I'm using a super strength to bend uh, steel, the steel bar. Then I'll flash away at super speed before he removes the screen. At the midvale orphanage, one day as Miss Hart, the head mistress, assembles harmless children. Today is a get acquainted day. Boys and girls, we have invited childless parents to come here and choose some of you for adoption. Oh, I hope I'm lucky to get a new mom and dad. All of you will have an equal chance to be adopted after you display your your talents. Now you others should girls help me prepare the refreshments will surface today. Among the the orphans is Linda Lee, who finds something wrong. Oh dear, the refrigerator wasn't turned low enough last night and the ice cream melted. Everyone will be disappointed. Hmm, nobody is watching. I'll blow my super breath to super cool it again. Nobody knows that I'm secretly Supergirl, Superman's cousin. It was only recently that I arrived on Earth in a space rocket. Superman came flying when he heard the crash, hardly expecting anyone to step out alive. A girl unscratched, but how can you be invulnerable like me? Because I'm also from the planet Krypton, cousin. My father Sorel and was the brother of Jor-El, your father. I explained to Superman that when Krypton exploded, my town was flung free on a big chunk of the torn planet. The chunk turned to deadly kryptonite, but we will spread a layer of sheet lead over the ground and cut off the radiations, allowing us to survive. Some years later, Zora took a wife and had a daughter. Daughter was born to them, me. Father was worried about our future. Someday the kryptonite radiations may leak through and wipe us all out. I'll build a space rocket to send Kara to Earth. My space rocket. My space telescope and language translator revealed that my brother's infant son grew up there to become Superman. Thus, I was the only one saved when doom finally came. Farewell, Kara, my child. Father made me a duplicate of cousin Superman's uniform. Father said I would gain similar superpowers on Earth and become a Supergirl. After Superman heard my story, he planned my future life. Your existence on Earth must remain a secret until you master the use of your superpowers and get used to Earth customs. Meanwhile, you can live in that orphanage, wearing a disguise for a secret identity. I'll call myself Linda Lee. Linda's recollection of lections are interrupted as, "What are you daydreaming about, Linda? Time to serve the ice cream. The guests have come. You're so sweet. I'm sure somebody will want to adopt you. I hope not. I'm not ready for that." But one couple is quickly charmed by Linda and You're so nice, my dear. Would you like to live with us? We're Mr. and Mrs. Trent. Great krypton. Any parents adopting me would soon find out I have superpowers. I promised Superman I wouldn't reveal my secret. Supergirl, I'm Supergirl for a while. I have an idea. My X-ray vision shows me the card in Mr. Trent's wallet, which reveals his occupation. So now I'll say I'm so always dreamed of having a foster father whose job isn't ordinary. I use just or after or somebody famous, Mr. Trent. Come, come there. We'll interview other girls, and wouldn't be happy with a common plumber. I only pretended to be snooty to discourage him. Maybe someday I can find a pair of foster parents I can trust to keep my secret identity. Meanwhile, other orphans are eager to be adopted and show their talents under Miss Horret's direction. Harry, Harry plays the violin. Dora has a lovely voice. Kathy is a graceful dancer. Linda notices one forlorn figure in a corner. Timmy, why don't you join the others and show what you can do? I can't do anything like that other kids, Linda. Nobody would want to adopt me. I never took music or singing lessons. All I learned to do before my parents died was to milk cows on their farm. Then that farmer couple might be interested. Mr. and Mr. Wilson, I'll introduce you. Presently, Tommy is overjoyed when a simple, honest boy, the kind I like. If you're not afraid of hard work, how would our farm suit you? Golly, that would be great, sir. We'll go and tell the headmaster, Mr. Dixon. But the headmaster has bad news for the helpful hopeful couple. I'm sorry, but our strict rule is to find folks who can afford raising a child properly. And in your case, yes, I know. We're too poor. Goodbye, Tommy. When Linda hears the story from the heartbroken boy, from the heartbroken boy, Mr. Wilson would have been my father if he had money, but now I'm just an orphan again, sob. The Wilsons must be sad too. Maybe this is a job for Supergirl. My time is free for the rest of the day. They soon in her room. Linda changes to her secret costume of the Girl of Steel. Cousin Superman said I could perform super feats when necessary. As long as nobody sees me, I'll fly up through clouds to reach the Wilson farm. Presently at the farm, if Mr. Wilson suddenly became wealthy, suddenly became he rich, he could adopt Timmy. If there are any precious minerals below his land. But there is, after Supergirl tunnels everywhere by super burrowing. No oil pools anywhere, nor any gold, metal ores, not even coal. Nothing of value exists anywhere under Wilson farmland. I couldn't dig gold or jewels elsewhere and bring them here. Geologists would be suspicious if they suddenly turn up and stuffed items were tracked to Supergirl. Well, failed. Back to the orphanage, Linda Lee. But the next day, as Miss Hart takes a group of orphans to a local movie house, Linda is especially excited when why that newsreel is about Cousin Superman. A landslide recently destroyed the steps leading up to Lookout Cliff, which gives the only view into the gulch of petrified dinosaurs. Superman came along and constructed a giant javelin which he held to form a hole through the solid rock of the cliff. This new super people now lets a tourist see the wonders of the gorge without climbing the dangerous cliff anymore. Leaving the movie, Linda is excited. Superman's feat inspired me. How I can help Farmer Wilson. After all, I'll slip from my room later and change to Supergirl to carry out my idea. Later, Supergirl again performs secretly at the farm. I'll hurl this boulder through the ground as it will seem as if a meteor fell here with terrific force. That would mere hole will enrich Farmer Wilson. I aimed it too. Out straight from American all the way under the Atlantic Ocean to Europe. The friction will create heat and fuse the sides smooth so the hull won't collapse. Filling at super speed, Supergirl races across the sea and teams see the boulder emerge. My super aim made it come out where I planned in Italy near famous landmark. It will end other from the other end of the hole through a telescope. While farmer can make money from this. And in the following days, after the farmer realizes the worth of his amazing earth tube, people are flocking from everywhere. It's the sight-seeing wonder of the century. It's like a cousin Superman's people, and the money is pouring in for Farmer Wilson. Thanks. Days later, the hole finally caved in, but we made a small fortune. Meanwhile, we can afford to adopt an orphan deer, just as I planned that they'll go and get Tommy. But Supergirl is dismayed when I'll move off the farm and buy a home in Midvale. But then Tommy, who was a farm boy, might not like town life. Perhaps we can find another boy at the orphanage. Goodness, my plan boring. They won't adopt Tommy unless they find out he has other interests besides farming. Back at the orphanage as Linda asked to distribute toys donated to orphanage. Timmy might still impress the Wilsons if he did magic acts. I'll give this magic set to Timmy. He said he once had one like this. So in Timmy's room, you'll do a magician show when the Wilsons come today. I'll be your assistant. Do some general tricks first, then follow these instructions I wrote out to really impress them. When the Wilsons come to choose a child for adoption, Timmy wants to see his show, his magic show. It's a surprise to me. Presto, after a few simple tricks like this, Timmy will really startle them with the eggs I prepared. Now watch closely, folks. I will have wave my wand and make magic writing appear on that blackboard. But how can it work? I'll be a flop. Not with Linda. Supergirl Lee as your assistant, Timmy. The heat of my X-ray vision will burn out a message. Golly, it worked. Linda must have found that trick blackboard among the magic props in the chest. As Timmy follows the instructions in Linda's list, behold, my assistant is wrapped in steel chains, but she will be free. Presto. Nobody suspects I have super strength. I can burst these real chains. I rounded up. Timmy will think they are trick chains from the magic set, and the audience will think it's an illusion. Last, presto, you will now defy gravity and rise magically in the air. It's easy for me to use my flying powers to float upward. Jimmy will think I set up some invisible wires as props, and everyone else will think it's a trick. I'll see that the chest is smashed later as if my incident. Terrific, Timmy. You'll be a famous stage magician someday. Any parents can be proud of a son with talent like that. We'll like out adoption papers for you. Later, Linda Lee reads the newspaper. I won't get any headlines for my feats like my cousin Superman always does, but it's still super fun to work secretly as well help others.